Today we have a smart home seller webinar specifically for investors and flippers who are aiming to make the most profit from the flip or a sale of any property in any market. And we're going to look specifically at homes that are going to be selling in 2023, 2024, because those homes are selling in a specific environment. We are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas, so I'm going to be using Dallas-Fort Worth area statistics and examples. So if you're in a different state or in a different area of Texas, make adjustments according to your own markets. So I want to open by mentioning a property that I helped to sell recently. And that property was a flipped property. And this flipper contacted me because his home was listed on the market for 84 days and has not received a single offer. After I took over the property, I became the listing agent. The property sold in 2 days with multiple offers. Our highest offer was $14,000 above the starting price. So just to let you know that it was the same property, nothing changed about the property. We didn't add any features to the property. It was the same market. It was the same neighborhood. It was the same everything. The only thing that changed was the fact that I used a different approach to help me to sell the property. And this is what I'm going to be showing you: how to maximize your price. Number one, how to sell quickly, but number two, how to maximize your price from any property in a number of days. So 2023 had a very specific market. That market showed us that we are no longer in a seller wonderland. We're no longer multiple offers in every house type of a scenario. So the main factor that we need to consider is that right now the buyers are facing a gigantic mortgage payment and the rates are continuing to increase. It leads to fewer buyers being able to qualify for loans. And also we have accumulating inventory of unsold homes in the same area as you're trying to sell your home. So you're now in a tighter competition with homes who are desperate to sell and who might have not as tight of a profit margin as you are. Maybe they're homeowners who own their property for 10 years, so they can relax and price a lot more than you do. So you need to keep that in mind. And also, builders currently are offering insane interest rate buydowns and insane concessions toward the closing costs. So you need to keep it in mind. If you're selling in the same area where you see builder offices, you need to understand what are they offering in terms of concessions in order for you to stay competitive. So for 2023 and 2024, your sales strategy absolutely must address the following issues, or else you might not be selling as fast or as profitable as you are hoping to. Number one, you need to understand that currently there is a smaller pool of buyers, and in some areas, the tiny pool of buyers is shrinking by the day. Longer days in the market is leading to price reductions, not only for homeowners who are selling their own properties, but also your competitors, other flipped homes in the market who's been in the market and who are desperate to sell. Also, you need to understand that the changes in the interest rates and the changes in some rules for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mae can lead to some failed contracts if you do not help your buyers to deal with situations like that, and then appraisers are coming in lower. So you need to address all of those issues as you're preparing your strategy to sell your home. Now, many people don't have a strategy to sell their home. Their strategy is, I'm going to give it to a realtor, she's going to put it in MLS, and then 6 or 7 days later, voila, I have a ton of offers. That's their strategy, and that strategy is not a strategy, it's a hope strategy. So how do we address some of the items that I mentioned? So number one, the biggest one that you need to figure out is the smaller pool of buyers. When you have a smaller pool of buyers and higher competition, you need to become ultra sensitive to anything that could potentially shrink the pool of buyers that you have even more. So for the first puzzle that you need to kind of solve would be how to increase the pool of buyers that could potentially be looking at your property. So the solution number one, aim to do everything in your power to enlarge the pool of buyers. Avoid anything that can shrink that pool. Solution number 2, we're going to talk about it a little bit more in depth. Rethink your approach to the starting price, and instead of an asking price, think about starting price. So I'm going to talk about it because a lot of people are stuck in this kind of old mindset of, I'm just going to ask for a price and wait until somebody offers it. That's not the approach that's currently working, as far as I can tell, looking at the market. So how can we do better? And then solution number 3, stand out from the crowd to offer differentiation in order to outrun your competition. So you're not the only flipped home in the market. And if you flip around Zillow a while, you're going to find that there are other homes that might have even better finishes and even better countertops and even better flooring and whatever it is than your home does. But it doesn't mean that you're going to lose to those flipped homes. You just need to understand how you can present yourself faster, better, and to a larger number of people than they do. Okay, rethinking the price approach. In the past, or at least in the past 2-3 years, whenever we have a crazy hot market, people would just name a price and then eventually they would get multiple offers and they would get even more price and even more money than they initially asked for. This is no longer a strategy that's working. Also, regardless of how much you spend on a property, regardless of how much you're planning to make of a property, you need to understand that what you do and how you price the property can either leave you sitting on the market for weeks and months, or it can lead to a quick and sale with multiple offers. So how can we, and I want to put it this way, you cannot control the interest rates. You cannot control the number of other homes competing with you. You cannot control what the Fed did today or tomorrow. You cannot control Fannie Mae. But what you can do is you can always present your product to more and more and more people. So how do you do that? With using a price. So for right now, the starting price is what buyers see when they open your home on Zillow. So for example, your starting your price could be $250, $350, $450, $100, 180, whatever your price is. What you need to understand is that when you're thinking about how to structure your starting price, which is the price that they see on Zillow, that doesn't need to be your idea of a sold price. In fact, if you wanted me to, I can take any house in the DFW and price it at $1 and put it in MLS. And within 3 or 4 days, I will have 20, 30, 50 offers in my pocket that are not for $1. They're going to be asking or they will be close to market value or just below market value. Why? Because it doesn't matter what the house's initial price is. All I did by pricing it at $1 is to basically make my buyer pool equal to the entire number of buyers on Zillow. So for that reason, you need to understand that pricing your home does not need to eliminate people in the lower side. So if you price your home at $358, it doesn't mean that it cannot sell for $340 or $360 or $370 or $380. What I like to do in this case to enlarge the buyer pool is to say, okay, if your aim is to sell this house at $350, we can price it to $325 or $330 or $335, and then that would be below its market value. And because buyers see that it is priced below other homes in the market, they come and take a look at the house, and then if they want to make an offer on it, then getting them from their initial offer of $330 or $345 to $350 is just a matter of negotiation. So do not get stuck that if I want to receive $350, then I need to price it at $350. To receive $350, I need to attract enough buyers who are approved at $350. How you attract them, it's a different story. And they will know what the value of the price is by looking at comparison homes on the market. Also, you do not want to be the highest price on a house priced home on the market. So if your competitors are priced at 340 and you're priced at 350, your house will be looked on last. You just shrink your buyer pool. Why? Because they will go to the 340 houses first, and then maybe they will make offers on those homes before they come and visit your home. So by pricing yourself above the average home on the market, you're actually shrinking your buyer pool. My recommendation is try to be at or slightly below at the starting price. Similar homes in similar conditions on the market. Attract as many people as possible, and then it is a matter of negotiation to increase their initial offer price to where you want it to be. If you exercise the process of selecting the starting price correctly, you can pretty much tease out most of the qualified, willing, and able buyers who are interested in this type of property within 3 days. And then within 3 days, you can even see what is the highest price that these people are able to offer and how you can increase it potentially if you wanted to renegotiate those prices. But my recommendation is think of teasing out all potential buyers for a specific property within the first 3 days, and the starting price is the ticket. Why? People look at homes, not all homes in the universe. They say, let's just say that they're approved for 350. They're going to say to Zillow, show me all homes to 350. If your home is listed for 355, guess what? Even though it's only $5,000 higher than their approved amount, they're even not going to see your home. They're not aware of its existence. So you just eliminated, you shrunk your buyer pool. Anything that shrinks your buyer pool is a negative. Anything that's enlarges your buyer pool is a positive, and selecting a starting price is one of those biggies. So if you want to sell it for 355, do not list it for 355, because that $5,000 difference eliminates a big chunk, a huge chunk of a buyer pool. Again, this is the same thing. Understand the filter price, 350 versus 359. If you want to sell it with 360, price at 350, because more people are approved for 350 than they're approved for 360. It doesn't matter that you want to sell it at 360. Until those people see your home and until they walk into your home and actually schedule a showing, you're not getting neither 350 nor 360. Once they've seen your home and once they want to make an offer on it, now is the time to take them from 350 to 360, not before. Also understand the online shopping process and understand how you can attract a larger number of people to come and walk your home. Okay, so how do you capture the entire pool of buyers who are approved for a certain amount? You need to understand that when people look at your home, they're not suddenly materializing inside of your home. First, they have to find your home somewhere on the internet. And usually it is through a website called either Zillow or homes.com or realtor.com. So if you understand the journey which they take in order to select your home to visit, you will understand how to avoid some very serious mistakes that a lot of realtors unfortunately do every day. Number one, first photo. Currently, when people look on Zillow, it's a little bit like Tinder dating. You just see a lot of pictures of people, same faces, same haircut, same everything. Same thing happens with the Zillow pictures, or like try to go into Zillow and try to type in Garland Homes 350 and just see how similar so many of those pictures are. There is white brick, there's gray brick, there's red brick, there is tan brick. It's all brick. There is 2-story, 1-story, brick this, siding this. But all of them are pretty much the first picture in the front of the house, which is rarely the best picture of the house. Very rarely the first picture is the best picture of the house. Your first picture that the people see online should be the picture of the highest or like the biggest highlight of your property. If the countertops in the kitchen are the best highlight of your property, then that should be the first picture. If the bathrooms are just jaw-dropping, then that should be the first picture. If it's the living room and a fireplace, that should be the first picture. You cannot differentiate yourself if you look like the same as everybody else. So a lot of homes look the same from the outside, but they're very different from the inside. So typically, my first picture is either the kitchen, very nicely staged kitchen, or very nicely staged living room, or maybe a very nice staged bedroom for that matter, depending on which aspect of the home is the absolute jaw-dropping one. Virtual staging. Right now, virtual staging is absolutely affordable. If you're trying to sell empty rooms, you're going to receive some people resonating, but some people not, because rooms are rooms are rooms and rooms. Bedrooms always look the same. Bathrooms look very similar. So basically, there is very little differentiation, but you can create differentiation through virtual staging. Photos of stage rooms, they sell a dream, they sell a lifestyle, the couches, the throw pillows, the vases, the books on the shelves, whatever you name it. People are trying to buy a house not in order to stand there in the middle of a living room and constantly look at the fireplace. People are planning to recline on sofas. People are planning to play with, things in game rooms. So staging those items immediately triggers emotion that tell them, I want this. Fewer pictures. Most homes that are currently I see currently online have way too many pictures. After I see some homes on Zillow or on Realtor.com, I really have no need to come to the house because I saw just about everything I needed and I already eliminated that home from my list. That shrinks the pool of buyers. So if people can eliminate your home based on pictures online, that is the buyer pool shrinking activity. My recommendation is aim for fewer pictures that show the best aspects of the home. If it is a picture of a bathroom or a picture of a toilet or a picture of a washer and dryer area, they do not typically add value. People are never going to buy a house based on a picture of a toilet. So why include it in the shot? In fact, my estimation that you probably lose 30 to 50% of home buyers due to them looking at the house online, understanding everything that they need to understand about the house online, and then not scheduling a showing. So maximizing the sale price. How do you maximize the sale price efficiently? Number one, aim for 72-hour sale process. Number two, convert shoppers into offers with proper home showing process. And number two, smart counteroffer procedure to maximize every offer. So days on the market, believe it or not, it's not the competition, not other homes in the area that you're selling. It is days on the market that can kill your price. So if you look at this picture right here, you will see in the first 7 days, you're likely to receive 100% of the price that you're shooting for. Within the next week, you're likely to start to receive slightly smaller offers, lower offers. And then the longer the home sits in the market, the higher the likelihood that the offer that you will get will not be to a full asking price. So how do you combat that tendency of the home shoppers not offering as much money for home that's been sitting on the market for a while? You need to aim your sale to be short and sweet. Aim to go under contract within the first 72 hours. Structure the start price and the marketing of the property to fit into this goal of going under contract within 72 hours. Utilize attended showings, and I'll talk about it in a second. Create gentle pressure on buyers to make offers right away, and I'll talk about it too. And create a multiple offer situation. If you cannot create a multiple offer situation in the first 72 hours, the structure that you chose to do your sale, either the price or the pictures or something, they're off. So how do you convert showings into offers? You convert showings into offers, number one, by having people to show up in the first place. We already talked about it in the previous slide. But number two, having your seller agent attend the showings. Why will it convert more showings into offers? because the buyer agents who accompany the buyers typically don't know anything about your upgrade, they're not familiar with the neighborhood, etc., etc. Who is in charge of pitching your property to the buyers? That is your seller agent. If he is not present at this showing, he cannot highlight the updates that were made. He cannot answer questions about updates or repairs or anything like that. And he, most importantly, cannot ask the buyers, how well do you think this house fits your goal, fits your purpose? And if they're not sure, if they're still thinking about it, how he doesn't have an opportunity if he didn't attend the showing to say, can I interject? Can I tell you why I believe this room would be perfect as a baby room? You're incorrect thinking it's too small. This can go over here, this can go over there. So who is going to sell the property for you? If it's not your agent, not the seller agent, who is going to sell that property? You'll think that the buyer agent will. The buyer agent doesn't care which property the buyers buy, your or your competitor's property, but you do, and your seller agent should do. Your seller agent should have a strategy of how to take every room in a house, describe the upgrades that were done, and ask the buyers for permission to show them how it could fit precisely what they need their lifestyle to be. So attendance showings, in my opinion, will convert at a higher degree and bring you more offers than the non-attended showings will. In my opinion, in order for you to maximize your price on any property, your ideal timeline needs to be Friday and Saturday and Sunday are the 3 days of showings. For every 5 showings, expect 1 offer. If you do not have at least 10 to 15 showings in the first 3 days, your pricing might be off, something about the house might be off, pictures might be off. You need to reevaluate your marketing and potentially change the start price. On Sunday and Monday, multiple offers need to be announced, multiple offers deadline needs to be posted. And then on Monday and Friday, sign an offer, create a backup offer, and then start your option period. If this timeline is not followed, it means that number 1, something is off, either the marketing or the starting price. And number 2, most likely you need to change something before the next weekend. Counteroffer the must. So again, we're talking about maximizing the price of every property. Whenever your goal is to maximize the price, no matter what offer you receive, even if it's a full price offer, I always do a counteroffer on every offer. Now, and then that counteroffer sometimes, in fact, about 50% of the time, allows the buyer to meet me halfway. So let's just say the buyer offered $350, and we counter them with $360. In the buyer, let's just say, meets us in the middle and offers $355. It's still $5,000 more than we originally had. Also, if you do not have any offers, let's just say a bunch of people walked through the house, but nobody wrote an offer, ask your agent about the ability of doing a reverse offer, and your agent will explain what a reverse offer is. I have had a couple of situations where we had a bunch of people walk through, but nobody made an offer. We did a reverse offer to the buyers, and we went under contract that week. Mindset matters. So everybody will take cues from you. If you decide that you're going to sell your home within a week and get the maximum price because you're under multiple offers, then it is on you to make it happen. Do not tell yourself, you know what, I didn't have any showings in the first 7 days. I had a couple of showings, no offers in the second week, but I'm sure they'll sell eventually. That is the start of the downright spiral toward future price reductions. Make sure that if for the first 7 days you did not receive an offer, you change something, either the pictures or the marketing or the start price, because otherwise you're just going to start sitting on the market and start becoming a stale listing, and we already seen the graph how the price goes from there. For that reason, in order to push yourself and push your agent toward acting on this faster, smoother sale, do not sign a listing agreement with your agent for more than 30 days. If your agent cannot sell your property in 30 days, then either you're wrong or your agent is wrong. And also remember that it is your mindset, the seller's mindset, that determines your agent action. If you say that it's okay, I will wait, it'll sell eventually, then guess what? Your agent will take the exact same position. I'm not going to go through the rest of it. I'm going to send you guys this because we're already slightly over by 9 minutes over our time. I'm just going to kind of go through this quickly. Once you're under contract, remember, it's very important to obtain a backup offer. Appraisers are coming in low on all cases, both conventional and FHA and VA. And then from time to time, interest rates jump up in the middle of a contract before your buyer had a chance to lock in their rate. How you can deal with those issues. Now I'm just gonna flip through it real quick. Backup offers saved my life more than once and prevented buyers from going crazy on repairs. One, they knew that there was a backup offer, and if they backed out, would slide into a different contract. The conversation about repairs really changed. Appraisal fact sheet. I'm just going to let you read through it, and you can pause over here, but your agent needs to have an appraiser fact sheet presented, emailed, or printed to the appraiser before he comes in. If your agent is not doing it, your agent needs to start doing it. And then seller credits. If for some reason your buyer finds yourself struggling to close due to change of an interest rates or some unexpected cost that cropped up or something, it is cheaper for you to help your buyer to get closed than to go back under a contract, start the clock from the beginning, and then pray that the next buyer is going to give you a better price than this buyer did. Correct. That's about it that I had to do. And then all I wanted to say is that your mindset matters. And if you replace market does what it does, market sucks, with how would I like this to happen? How many days would I like to get an offer? How many offers would I like to have? What would be my last, not your start price, but my highest desired price? How can I make all of those things happen? If you ask this how questions to your agent and to yourself, you will be able to achieve it a lot faster, those results, than if you didn't ask yourself those questions. Okay, I am going to say as a bonus for you guys, I do have a monthly review of Denton, Dallas, Cullen, and Tarrant County sales stats. Now I publish them on my blog, and I'm posting a link in here to my blog. And also, if you want to, the same YouTube channel where you're viewing this video, you're going to see my monthly review of the stats for those 4 counties. Hey, this is Elena Garrett, and I'm a realtor with Keller Williams. I'm also a 72 Sold program area director. 72 Sold is a very aggressive sales process that is focused on maximizing profit for every property, and also we aim to sell every property in 72 hours or 3 days. If you have any questions, please post it in the comments under this video, and I'll see you guys at the next video.